Hey y'all, I am back. This is a little bit more fun because I know who's actually watching. But anyway, today I am going to do a video about all of the different seeds that I have and mostly highlighting those that I want to grow for summer. Last time we talked about the seeds that I was planning for early spring, but the hotter weather stuff, that's what we're talking about today, like the peppers and tomatoes and stuff like that. So, but first, let's talk about scheduling. The garden. Earlier, like I mentioned, I talked about early spring stuff, so that's cooler weather stuff. So the greens, some herbs you would be needing to start, or I need to start now. And then later on, in a couple weeks, seeds that we need to start are for later on in the spring, for warmer weather. So to help me, I have this little, I have this planner, it's a lot. In one of these little notebooks, I have notes like the, see, 2020, but frost dates first and last. I have notes like that in here, but then this little notebook is a little calendar, and this is only 6 months, but it's blank. I'm going to use this as like a generic calendar to help me remember when that I need to be doing certain things. Week of, and you could fill out a little bit of extra information in there. So I'm going to use this as like a generic calendar to help me remember. So, seeds. I have this case full of seeds. It's a picture case I ordered on Amazon. It's for trying to keep old pictures, the 4x6. There are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 16 of these little cases, and I have them packed full, but I have them marked and color coded. So there's kind of hot pinky color, my tomatoes, and then it's more reddy color and melons. That's how I organized all of my seeds. Tomatoes. So with seeds, even though they have these little packed for and sell by dates on them, like these are stuff that I picked up from like Lowe's, the Fairy Morse brand, and I have these exotic tomatoes that I got from Wild Boar Farms, and I showed you these black packs before are from Baker Creek. They sell heirloom seeds and rareseeds.com. But I like tomatoes a lot, and it's nothing like growing your own tomatoes. So because, again, despite that date on there, seeds can last for years. So I don't have to try to plant all these seeds. There's probably 100 seeds in here. They're not going to go to waste because I didn't plant them all. So $2.49 for all these seeds versus buying already done packs of seeds or plants, the little starts. You could get like a 6-pack for like $4. 6 for like $4 versus 100 for $2.49. So it's a lot more economical to try to start your own seeds. But anyway, 1 or 2 plants of each one of these, or maybe not all of them, but I do want to try this. It's a purple tomatillo. San Marzano tomatoes. They're like a Roma tomato, so they're good for cutting up, freezing. They're not as juicy, so like canned tomatoes or frozen tomatoes. So these are better for storing and making sauces. Cherry tomatoes, the Sweet 100, and my little pack of exotic tomatoes. Now all of these again are stuff that I'll be starting soon for warmer weather. I wouldn't want to put these outside until after the weather warmed up and the risk of frost is gone. So they wouldn't go outside until around after April. But Brad's Atomic Grape and Evan's Purple Pear. These are all small, tasty little tomatoes. No, the Indigo Apple is bigger. Ooh, they sent me a sample of Crushed Heart. I forgot about those. Cosmic Eclipse. I don't remember if that was a regular slicer tomato or I'd have to look it up. A slicer or like a little cherry tomato. Blood Moon, that's a big slicer. And Candy Sweet Icicle. I remember they were long cherry tomatoes. So those are those. So I do, again, 1 or 2 plants of these tomatoes because there's a lot. These Rainbow Blend. I think we picked these up from Target last year. Yellow pear tomatoes. The Green Zebra. Why do I pick up these? Grappoli. Mortgage Lifter. Cherokee Purple. Pink Jazz. Dr. White's Pineapple. And another Dollar Tree Seeds. That's a regular Roma tomato. Lots of tomatoes. And melons. Boulet Dior. Golden Honeymoon. Petite de Grise. Golden Royal, that's a watermelon. Strawberry watermelon. Crimson Sweet. Banana melon. And I have a couple Dollar Tree seeds again. These are sugar babies. Squash. I have spaghetti squash and butternut squash seeds in the cart. I'm always picking up seeds that I need to get. We have some zucchini, honey boat, red curry, sugar pie pumpkin, cushaw. Now all of these are winter squash, meaning you save them. So they grow at the same time that your traditional summer squash grow, but you don't pick them when they're tender and young. You let them get old and hard on the vine, and so you aren't picking them until later on in the season, and they last throughout the winter. So they're warm season squash. You don't grow them during the winter time. You just save the fruit saves over through the winter. And then the sweet dumpling is another winter squash. Alright, and I think I skipped over this one so fast, but this is a summer squash. Regular old cooknet squash. Alright, and some greens that are summery. Some amaranth. I have this one, and this is amaranth. Lots of flowers. Flemish antique poppy. See my little washi tape. I took these. I didn't know, and I found out recently that poppies, they like to be direct sowed, but they need stratification. So, meaning they like to get cold. They want to experience winter before, and then they warm up with the weather and start to sprout and bloom as the weather warms up. But they need to be cold first. So this weekend, probably, I think it was Saturday, because today was nasty. Yesterday was nasty, so I think Saturday I sprinkled some of these poppies out amongst my baby radishes. So I have radishes and poppies all growing up next to each other, and I like that look of the flowers mixed in with the vegetables. So I have some sunflowers, so Dollar Tree, hollyhocks, honeywort. I have some of these growing already. They like cold weather. I started them with my greens back in the fall, and they haven't bloomed yet, but the foliage is still out there. They have a couple different types of nasturtium. These are edible flowers. You can eat the greens, and some people even make pesto out of the green part. It's kind of spicy, and the flowers are like spicy but fruity. They're good flowers, good edible flowers. Got some more, some calendula and butterfly flower, sweet peas, pink blanket flower. I'm sorry, I'm not going too fast. Rockspur, bachelor's button, moss rose. This marbles of Peru are 4 o'clocks. Let's see the stripey and how pretty they are, and they're perennial. And down here, 4 o'clocks, they die off and come back again and again and again. I'll probably have 4 o'clocks for the rest of my life. So more sunflowers, zinnias, this cottage garden mix, Dollar Tree, marigolds. I got this little tin of pollinators collection. Teddy bear, sunflowers, ageratum. What? Yeah, I don't know what it is. Colosia, Chief Mix Colosia, chocolate cherry sunflowers, cosmos, and a mix of zinnias. I'm looking forward to trying to go on them all of them. Cilantro, I have some cilantro started over there. I didn't realize that cilantro does not like the heat. As soon as it gets too warm or the days start to get too long, it's gonna bolt and go to seed, and then the leaves aren't good anymore. So I have some cilantro started out with the greens to get planted as soon as possible in the next couple weeks. Lemon basil, lemon balm, thyme, cinnamon basil, lime basil, Ghana basil, Manjelo thyme, or regular thyme, lavender. Lavender is another one that needs stratification, I believe. I could never get lavender to grow, but I've been learning recently that you have to be super patient with lavender because it can take up to 90 days. 90 days for the seeds to germinate. So you have to be super patient. So I might try this again, knowing that. Chives, some more cilantro, spicy glow basil, mammoth dill, or basil, more cilantro, Gelvies basil, Greek miniature basil, German chamomile, catnip, holy basil or tulsi, sweet basil, and dark opal basil. Let's see, what else do I have? Beans. Golden wax beans. All these beans. I grew some beans over the fall and harvest a handful, bring them in the house, cook them, and we fight over them because they'd run out. It's just the three of us in the house. So I have all these beans and Chinese noodle red beans, long beans, and these peas. Get more. A lot of people talk about this market more, and I got these seeds from Dollar Tree. Bet Alpha. These don't need pollinators or pollination. All of the flowers are female, so all of the flowers are gonna produce fruit. Hunakira. That one. And the Mexican sour gherkin. Or mouse melon is another name for them, but they're tiny, tiny little watermelon shaped cucumbers. So I look forward to trying all of those, except the Bet Alpha. If you have it near other cucumbers, then it won't produce anything because the pollinators will get to it. So this is something that you would have to do separately or in a far away separate garden. It can't be near any other cucumbers. I have some more squash. Sweet dumpling. I think I have a pack of these already. Did I say sweet dumpling already? Oh, yellow scallop squash, butternut squash, and lemon squash. Peppers and eggplant. And these I've started already because peppers take longer time. So I started them with the greens, even though I won't be putting them outside because they need the warmth. So not only do they take longer to germinate, they like warmer weather. So even early spring, when it's safe to put stuff out like tomatoes, maybe the beginning of April, or yeah, the beginning of April. With not eggplants, peppers, you need to wait until maybe the middle of April or towards the end of April before you put them out. So yeah, they don't like to be cold at all. I have Mamma Mia yellow peppers, and the Mamma Mia Rosa red peppers, peppercini, habanada. I look forward to this. They're habaneros, but they are not a hot. And the corbachi peppers, and eggplant, Nagasaki. I have some more melons. You looked at that already. Yeah, I do have two. The orange jello. Kajari. Mango melon. This cute little melon. The Cajo and Moon and Stars watermelon. All these cute little melons I'm gonna try to grow on trellises. So just imagine walking under this beautiful arch with all your little melons hanging down. This ambrosia sweet corn, jambalaya okra, red burgundy okra, Clemson spineless okra, and this astronomy sweet corn. And that is it. So thank you for indulging me as I went through all of my seeds. Most of them, not all of them. But that's what I am looking forward to trying to grow when the weather warms up. In the meantime, there's still lots to be done in preparing the garden. I need to get rid of all of the old greens that I have left over in the garden from this fall. And we have a couple raised beds to build, and those arches that I just spoke about to create. But I am looking forward to it. This is my therapy. But it was good chatting with you guys, and I will see you later. Please subscribe, share the video with all your friends, and I will see you next time. Bye.